Hello, I'm Deborah Sword.
Hi, I'm Tyson Bankert. Deborah, I've been sitting with a friend for the last little while talking about conflict, and he's been struggling with trying to get over disappointment. How do you think we can help him?
Has he asked for help?
Ooh, good question. He has. He has.
So, one of the things about people disappointing you
Mm-hmm.
is what are your expectations of
Mm-hmm.
people?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people expect that if you present the facts the way you believe them, that it should be persuasive,
Mm-hmm.
and yet it isn't.
You think so? And I think part of that, though, for my friend has been this idea that like he's lost hope in other people. So, this new person is going to just disappoint me like everybody else. And I guess for me, it's, well, have you created the right conditions or expectations, to your point, that will help you, both of you, not feel disappointed in the end?
So here's one thing I say that I find most useful. And for those of you who have listened to others, and I hope
Hmm.
everyone will subscribe and get more tips as we go along. And you've heard me say this before, people act in ways that make sense to them. So when your friend is disappointed, there's a couple of things going on. Have they lost trust in people's ability to hear them? Are they listening to the other person? But if somebody hears what you think
Hmm.
is a persuasive argument and doesn't jump right on it and say, yes, you're right, I'm going to change
Right.
my character, my personality, my beliefs,
My experiences.
my experiences, I'm going to change everything. They're not going to do that
Hmm.
because what their worldview right now makes sense to them. So, what are you asking them to change in order to accommodate your beliefs and your worldview? And is that a reasonable ask?
Mm-hmm. And I think what makes it sometimes even difficult is to bring up that conversation that that person, we're all doing things that make sense for us. And for sometimes it can be really hard to be in the position of my friend and say, actually, you might need to be in a position of listening more than trying to maybe, direct. Because when you start to hear that what makes sense for them, hopefully you can better avoid that disappointment that he's feeling.
Yes. And we're living in turbulent times, and there's a lot of people who have lost faith in the future. They don't see that what they were raised to believe was going to happen is actually
Hmm.
how things will unfold. And they may not feel empowered to make the changes. They're a power imbalance. Are they fighting for a future that they want that you don't yet understand? What's the question you can ask about their perspective so that you understand why they're disappointing you?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because they are trying to avoid being disappointed themselves. So I would ask the questions, what do you agree on? Rather than going straight to, we can't have this conversation because of our disagreement.
Hmm.
Let's find what we agree on and build on that shared sensibility to see where else we can
Hmm.
make more rather than less.
Hmm. That's great. I'm gonna write this down, and I'll stay tuned to all the new topics that we'll be discussing. And I think that question, like, yeah, what do we agree on? What are our strengths first? I'm going with
Yeah.
that.
How can the sum be greater than the individual parts? If
Mm,
you believe what you believe and I believe what I believe, but we find a few things that we intersect on, then our different points of view could actually spark
mm,
more
hmm.
rather than decrease what we
Hmm.
already have.
Hmm.
It's worth a try.
It's worth a try. Everything is.
Thank you. Thank you, Tyson.
You're welcome. Thank
Thank you.
you.
We hope you subscribe to our podcast, leave a comment, let us know how things are going for you. Thank you.